Welcome! Welcome back to the news with Geraint. Today on the news, with regards to certain things that have happened to do with politics that have affected my personal, private and work life, I have decided to take a step back from hate speech and politics in general, because I think that it basically just gets you into more trouble than it's worth. In 2018, if you don't mind your livelihood being in jeopardy, then that's fine. Whereas, for me, I think I'm going to stick to the more lowbrow news stories and topics. And they're the more fun ones anyway, right? The world is shit, let's be honest. The world is a very bad place. It's a very dark place. So if I can bring you 2 minutes of joy to your dark, depressing, empty, unforgiving, unrelenting, disparaging, vacant, absolute hellhole of a day, that's a positive thing. Round of applause for Geraint. Thank you. My service to humanity knows no bounds. Today on the news, a 41-year-old man has had sex with a Greggs pasty and boiled his entire Bellend. The story of my life, I take her home. The man, hailing from Yorkshire, has had sex with a Greggs pasty. Maybe, a chicken bake. Could have been a chicken bake. Could have been a sausage roll. Could have been a sausage and bean pasty. Either way, the pasty's obviously been very hot. And as he's inserted his penis into the pasty, the immense heat, it boiled his bellend. And because I'm such a good Samaritan, and obviously I'm only looking out for you guys, what I wanted to do with this story was to give you some tips on how to prevent boiling your bellend when you do have sex with a Greggs pasty. Tip number 1, use a Greggs takeaway bag. The takeaway bags, they're like this plastic mesh, aren't they? They're like a opaque plastic mesh. My life's a fucking mesh. Like, literally, what am I doing with my life? Oh yeah, not having sex with a pasty. The opaque plastic bag basically allows you to still see how much girth is in the pasty, but has that heat-proof layer that basically stops your bellend from boiling. It may heat it up. You may have a warm and tingly sensation, somewhat similar to a fleshlight. Tip number 2, don't put in your tip. Okay, if you don't want to boil your bellend, don't put in the tip. Just put in, like a couple of inches. If you're like me, then you might have 7 inches left. Yeah, you only want to put in the base. Yeah, don't put in the tip, because obviously you need that bit. Yeah, the bottom bit, it doesn't matter as much. Yeah, you can replace that, but the tip, once that falls off, gets gangrene or boils. Tip number 3, have sex with a cold pasty. Yeah? The cold pasties, they don't hurt as much. Tip number 4, be good to the environment. Use a vegan or organically sourced pasty from Waitrose, for example. Big up Waitrose. If you want to sponsor me, please check out my Patreon in the link in description. Tip number 5, instead of inserting your penis into the pasty, get the pasty, remove the contents, spread it all over your penis and your breasts and your bum, if there's room, because you haven't stuffed too many Wotsits up it, then allow a tramp to lick it off. Again, immense sexual pleasure, gratification, could almost be the new Greggs advert. Can you imagine it? Why? I'd also just like to add, he's also trying to sue Greggs.
Fuck you! You guys! Fuck you, yeah? Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!